Hi there. So, my fiance picked up some fruit bushes for me from Poundland. So obviously they were £1. Anyone who's in America, Poundland is, I suppose it's our equivalent of your dollar store. Never been to America, but I believe you have things called a dollar store. Obviously the price is probably different because I think our pound is a little bit more expensive in money terms than a dollar. And off the top of my head, I can't remember what the exchange rate is. So basically everything in there is £1, or unless it's otherwise stated. So there we go. So blackberry, blackcurrant, blueberry and raspberry. And this is how I like to get them started. Basically I put them in pots and let them get their shoots on before I plant them out, because like everything that's cheap, every now and again, and it is very rare, you get one that doesn't shoot, and obviously you spend all the time and effort planting it outside and it doesn't shoot. These are ones I did earlier, so as you can see they're in pots. They've been out all through the snow and everything, they've got shoots on, so they're pretty much good to go soon. They will get planted out. And the same here with the rhubarb. I got a new rhubarb because my old one had died a death through my own fault, basically putting it in the wrong spot. So I got a new rhubarb and that's been potted up, and that'll go out probably next couple of weeks, and then I'll just cover it over just to give it a helping hand with the frost. Obviously most of these things are frost hardy, but like everything, if you can help them out a bit and cover them over with some fleece, they'll do even better. I believe you Americans don't have black currants over there. Something to do with your forestry commission. I don't know if it's called that. It's over here, it's the forestry commission, the people who deal with trees, because apparently black currants spread some kind of disease in America. I think it's like one of the most popular fruits in the UK, simply because we tend to drink a lot of it. Robinson's blackcurrant squash and apple and blackcurrant squash and apple and blackcurrant pie and things like that. So and there's a well-known drink called Ribena. If you Americans can pick it up, it's amazing, and that's made with blackcurrants. And apparently they used to have an advertising campaign that used to say 99% of all Britain's blackcurrants go into it. So Ribena used to buy 99% of all the blackcurrants that were grown commercially in the UK, which is a bit of a feat really. Anyway, enough rambling. So I like to start them off in pots. Just my normal compost, nothing fancy, and then I'll probably do a sprinkling of bloodfish and bone there afterwards, and then they will look like the ones out there. Starting to turn into a bit of an Alfred Hitchcock movie at the moment, because I've got chickens pecking at the door because they want to come in, because they think something's going on in here. I tell you what, you wouldn't believe how warm it is in this greenhouse. Right now it's 3 degrees outside. I'm starting to sweat. So guys, that's how I start my fruit bushes off. I'll just crack on and do a few more jobs. So I had a quick trip down the plot today. Put some fruit bushes in. Blackcurrants, raspberry, blueberry, blackcurrant. So put some fruit bushes in. Blackcurrant, raspberry, blueberry, and a gooseberry. I've also started to sow a few more seeds. Broccoli and spinach have gone in, and also I've done some gutter peas. And I've even tried some sunflowers, just had 4 seeds left. I thought, why not? Chickens have had their good clean out. Put some garlic in some pots. These are really cool, these are from Poundland. It's not really how you're supposed to grow garlic, I know, but how cool is that? Poundland, that's garlic and a biodegradable pot made of wood fibre. Now, if Poundland can do biodegradable pots at a reasonable price, why can't other garden centres? This is the future, guys. We need to worry about how much plastic we're using. So biodegradable pots. I'm going to grow the garlic in this year in the greenhouse and see how it gets on, see how long this biodegradable pot lasts. Put some more garlic in there, some other fruit bushes from the other day. I've dug out the old cabbage bed from last year, and this has got 4 raspberry canes in it that I saved. I moved all my raspberries last year because they weren't doing very well in the wet part of the allotment down there. That's where obviously the chickens are now. So they seem to have done alright actually. They've got buds on, so fingers crossed. Had my boiled eggs and a cup of tea. You can see how wet it is, look. That was the kale bed, if you remember it. It was covered with the big structure. Obviously that's had no bark on it. It's absolutely soaking. It's alright where the bark is though. Where the bark is fine. Chickens are happy as Larry. So yeah, all in all, it's been a nice little morning down the plot. Seen a few of my neighbours. So yeah, I gotta go home now. Starting to get a bit tired. A little and often, it's the way forward. And then tonight, if I feel up to it, I might plant some seeds at home at the kitchen table. So guys, speak soon. As you can see, my girlies have been introduced to each other. It's gone okay. Spackledy has fluffed out her feathers and had a bit of a pop. It's much to say, who do you think you are? I'm boss. And then my 4 girlies have all ganged up and said, who do you think you are, missy? 4 of us, 1 of you. Standoff there, look. Mexican standoff. Get off your horse and drink your milk. Oh, got a recruit. I'm sure they'll get used to each other. Funny things. You can tell who the boss of my girls is, can't you? Two on one and she's not bothered in the slightest. Anyway, more important news. Da, 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 da. I have a mobility scooter. Well impressed. I've just come here from my house. It's taken me about an hour, but it's been really nice actually to like just be out in the air rather than driving in the car. And also the great thing is I haven't had to walk once. Got off to open the gate, drove it through, drove it all the way down. And considering it's all muddy and wet and it's not exactly the best surface in the world, I've had no issue with it. I really thought that I was going to struggle with the wet ground, but no, it's just ploughed through it. It's awesome. Can't wait till the summer. It's going to be ace. Getting to come down the plot in the sunshine, not in the car. It's a bit cold today, but it's still been loads of fun because the weather's been nice. So there she is, my TGA Maximo, Anyway guys, got jobs to do, best crack on. I'll keep you posted how the spaghetti western turns out. Hi, how you doing? So it's a really nice day today. It's a bit nippy, it's cold in the shade but the sun's out. I'd say it was about 9 degrees or so. Anyway, I've introduced the chickens to each other now, and they're going to spend tonight with each other, so they get on. If I come down tomorrow and any of them have been pecked or blooded or whatever, then I'll separate them out again. As two of them are, as you can hear, making noise because they're deciding which one of them's the dominant one. There's my girlie who likes my company, the one who's a bit of a loner, and the Black Rock. They seem to be the two that are going to decide who's boss. My other three girlies are really passive. When they're on their own, they just give up. But as a group, they kind of like gather around. So it's quite fun to watch. Actually, they're not doing any harm to each other. They're just posturing and gesturing. Got plenty of food, plenty of water. There's 3 different perches for them to perch in. There's 2 different water sources, 2 different food sources. So they should be happy as Larry for today. And I'll check on them tomorrow morning and see how they get on. Anyway, I'm going to jump back on the scooter and toddle off to my nan's to have a cup of tea. It's really good because I've been down here and my back feels brilliant. It's great because I haven't had to do hardly any walking. I mean, I haven't even had to walk from the gate down here. It's great, it's brilliant. So if any of you guys are thinking about getting a mobility scooter and been put off for any reason, seriously consider getting yourself one, because I mean, I've been in denial for so long, but this thing's ace. It really, really is ace. I've been already. I've had it 24 hours, and I've been to like a area of my housing estate which I've never been to before, which is a little like path that goes off to the local town centre, and there's like there's a BMX park there and stuff, and never walked there before because it's just been out of bounds to me. And then it's been so nice to go around the streets where I grew up as a kid. I mean, it's been ages since I walked around Donington, where I grew up, and to be able to be out in the daylight, not in the car, and see things from like a pedestrian perspective, it's been really cool. All the old houses and stuff that I remember as a kid, that are, and it's just looking at other people's gardens as well, being nosy. It's really, really nice. Yeah, you miss all that in a car. So I really enjoyed that. Anyway, I'm not going to rabbit on too long because, to be perfectly honest, I want a brew, so I'm going to go to my grandparents. So until next time, guys, I will leave you with the chickens, and I'll probably do a quick video of me going through the wet grass because I was well impressed. I didn't think it'd make it, but it's done a damn good job. So guys, speak soon. Hi everyone. So this is normally the bit I dread because it might not seem a lot to you guys, but if you have difficulty walking, uneven surface, there's not really many places to stop. Seat wise, I can lean on a few fence posts, but other than that, it's normally a prolonged painful walk back to the car, which just about managed. I mean, I hate doing it pretty much most of the time, to be fair. It's very rare that I actually have no issues doing this journey, so I thought I'd film it. And you can see for yourself, and the ground's really wet at the moment, so I'm dead impressed. Excuse the wobbly camera because I don't really know how I'm going to do this one-handed in control, but here we go. So there you go, it starts to get really wet here. Really wet. You can probably hear it squelching. Hey look guys, frog spawn. I have to pinch some of that, I think. I know the lady, she won't mind. This is where we had that burst water main, if you remember. Sorry for the wobbles, a bit like Ace Ventura. So this ground is really wet here, thanks to that tap. So there I am, all the way up to the gate, pain-free. Woohoo! So that's a serious game changer for me. That's awesome, and I can't wait now for spring, summer. The fact that I can come down here without the car. I know it's going to take an hour, but I quite like. I've said to you before, I like being outside. I used to like walking and going on a bit of an adventure, finding new things. Looking at old houses and so on. So it's going to be ace to be able to do that, especially in my neck of the woods, all the places I haven't walked before. And the fact that it goes across the grass, and this is wet, soggy, horrible grass. So in the summer it's going to be a piece of cake. So I'm dead chuffed about that. Right, grandparents now. I've been halfway down the lane already because the allotment's halfway down the lane. There is a bit at the bottom which I'm a bit worried about. Just because it's not maintained by the council, but I'll see how I get on. So guys, speak soon. Moment of truth, guys. So when I get around this corner, this is when the road becomes an absolute nightmare. Right, obviously I'm not going to aim for the holes, that would just be stupid. Okay, that's that bit done. This is possibly the bumpiest bit. Okay, stay to the right here. Miss this one. Go down the middle. There we go. I'm well impressed with that. That's awesome.